Hennessy Sports, exclusively live and free on Channel 5, now bring you the main event of the evening. A scheduled 10 rounds of boxing in an international super welterweight contest. This bout sponsored by Ladbrokes, Newman, Infinitum and Everlast. The bout sanctioned and officials appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge, Tony Hedges. The area representative is Ryan Churchill. Inspectors working the bout are Brad Middleton, Jamie Reynolds and Warren Churchill. 3 judges score the contest from ringside. Ian John Lewis from Doddington, Victor Lachlan from Barhead and Terry O'Connor from Birmingham. Timekeeper on the bell is Martin Fallon from Wolverhampton, and upon the sound of the bell, the third man in the ring, introducing star referee John Latham from Bury. Those are the officials and they are ready. The boxers and their teams are in the corners and they are ready. So for the Friday Night Fight fans joining us live on Channel 5, let's get down to business. Standing in the blue corner with his head trainer Dave Brown, wearing black shorts trimmed with gold, and standing in the ring as a former WBA world title challenger and former British super lightweight champion. Boxing out of Paddington, London, introducing Ashley Treasure Theophane. And across the ring, standing in the red corner with his head trainer, John Pegg, wearing blue shorts this evening, and standing in the ring as a former British Commonwealth and EBU European welterweight champion, former WBC International welterweight champion, and former IBF International super welterweight champion. Boxing out of Smethwick, West Midlands, introducing the Savage Sam Eggington.
You obey the instructions at all times. When I tell you to break, you both break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, and the best luck to you both.
So John Latham is the man in charge. Eggington will set a relentless pace, and Theophane will have plans ready for that. You can't help though with that nagging feeling when a fighter has said he's thinking of retiring, he's going to retire. Should he have retired already, Richie? That's what everyone's asking.
They are, but he's a 40-year-old that's been quite active up until 2020. The pandemic has affected boxing in a big way, as it has everywhere. But in 2019, he boxed 4 times, so that's quite active for a 40-year-old boxer. So, you know, he still feels that he's got a bit left. Yes, he has talked about retirement, but he'll want to go out on a positive note, Dave. And you know, he's been sparring with Floyd Mayweather. He did 5 years with Mayweather, and Mayweather promoted him. So Floyd Mayweather must have seen something in Ashley Theophane that he liked. Used him as a sparring partner for many years. So yeah, he's got quality, but he's up against a very big and dangerous man in Sam Eggington. Look at the height and reach difference in Eggington. He's coming forward straight away. You can see the type of bout that it will turn out to be.
Well, they both dealt with adversity extraordinarily well. Theophane completely reinvented himself after losing to Darren Hamilton, who took that fight at late notice. And Eggington has just never let a defeat, shock or otherwise, deter him from the job. Eggington trying to get on that front foot in this opening round already, George.
Yeah, he's pressing off the front foot. Theophane boxing off the ropes. No real big shots have gone in yet. They've landed. I think the better work is with Eggington. He's stalking his man well. A couple of good body shots went in there.
There is that significant size difference. Theophane's best days surely at super lightweight, fighting a man who has grew welterweight really and looks big at this weight.
I think you can see what Eggington sees here. Dave, in terms of he's the bigger man. He's very confident indeed, and he knows that Theophane being 40 years of age, he's got to box at a high tempo. Fast tempo, high work rate rather. That's what Eggington's got to do, and force the older man into work, literally to exchange and trade and make him work. That's why he's on that front foot, and he looks confident.
Yeah, Eggington, bad intention of dragging Theophane into places he doesn't want to be. Been a good start from the man from Smethwick, not Stourbridge. He was very keen to tell us in the build-up.
Yeah, big difference between Smethwick and Stourbridge in these parts, Dave.
He said he got sick of people saying he was from Stourbridge. Could someone please put it right? So there you go, Sam. With left hook from Eggington. Good opening round from Sam Eggington here. Theophane on that back foot. Eggington in command early on here.
Ladbroke sponsors Boxing on 5.
All round the guard, yeah? So good? So good? Yeah. Yeah, don't get comfortable catching on the gloves. Make them miss. Just catching on the gloves, anything you or anything. Don't get comfortable, make them miss. Sam, more jab. Sam out. 5 minutes. I don't think I really just because. More jab. You want the body and then bring them up. Yeah, head up. Yeah. Don't just catch on the
John Pegg and Sam Eggington there. Happy with that opening round. George, we were talking about it earlier. You look at Sam Eggington's age, don't you? And you're always surprised by it. Just 27. It feels like he's been around forever.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. 27. He's been involved in so many interesting fights, great fights to watch.
That shock defeat, the one that resonates. Hassan Moaquinho. He's just caught absolutely cold, but he even managed to bounce back from that. Got himself that Liam Smith fight. Liam Smith way too good for him, really, but wasn't discouraged by that either. And the Cheeseman fight was a huge disappointment for him last time, and he had plenty to say about the decision, what he thought of that. But he has to refocus here on Ashley Theophane, and not just tonight, but where it might take him beyond as well. He won't be thinking of that now, but he's still on a journey, Eggington.
He's doing the right thing here. It's educated pressure here from Eggington. He's using his jab, his lead hand, just to close that gap down and to pin his opponent on the ropes. Theophane, he's got to keep moving. He's got to stay off those ropes. Movement will probably give Eggington more problems to think about, most certainly. But if Theophane's feet are static, then it's going to be an easy night's work for Eggington. So he's got to keep moving, Theophane.
Eggington just mixed it up there and looked to the body as well. Hugely proud of working his way to that world title shot against Adrian Broner that you were talking about in the build-up. It was remarkable that he got that far, really. Comfortably beaten by Broner, but no disgrace certainly in the defeat. And he topped the bill in Vegas. The fight after that, he's equally proud almost of that moment too. This is good pressure though from Eggington, and the shots just maybe starting to take their toll too.
I think Eggington here, you know, he's varying his work also now, going downstairs, so he's targeting the body, keeping tight with the guard, using that jab to close the gap and then switching the attack. I think, George, the tactics are really plain and simple from Eggington.
Yeah, they are. I mean, he's using his size advantage really well. Theophane just can't catch a break, can't get off the ropes, really. He's tucked up, hiding behind the guard, hoping to punch off of it, but pretty much out of range.
So far, it's a bullying display from Sam Eggington. And if there are doubts in the mind of the 40-year-old Ashley Theophane of how much he wants this anymore, well, they'll be tested now. They'll be at the forefront of his mind. Another big dig to the body there from Eggington.
Yeah, that may be the tactic from Eggington to get Theophane to ask that question of himself early on in the contest. And does he want
Theophane!
Just got caught off balance there. There was a shot.
3.
I was going to say, yeah, he went backwards and there was definitely a shot that landed. He's frustrated by that as the bell rings to end the second round. 10-8 round.
Sponsors Boxing on 5.
Every chance you get, keep working hard. Yeah, make sure they don't stop it with this, make sure it's thin. Make sure they don't stop it through the back, make sure it's thin, so you don't stop it. Even a jab to the body or not. Yeah, start it off.
Well, let's take a look at that moment again, Richie. There was certainly a shot that landed.
Yeah, it was a body shot, if anything, and he just catches him off guard, and he just stumbled a bit. He recovered. He was okay from it.
Yeah, Theophane fine, and he's got to try and just change the pattern of this fight into round 3 here. All Sam Eggington at the moment. It's a kind of start, in fairness, George, that we might have expected.
No, it's a great start from Eggington. He's using you know, his presence, his strength. He's backed Theophane up onto the ropes, and he's selecting his shots really well. Like, it's not always the same thing. He's going head and body well, left and right, varying the shots. And that shot in particular, the right hook behind the elbow, has been a terrific shot.
And he goes to the head straight away. 13 years, Theophane's junior. It's a good right hand from Theophane, a rare bit of success from him. It was well timed, that. But there's that right to the body again from Sam Eggington.
Yeah, Eggington was having a real good chunk of success in this round, and then gets caught with the right hand from Theophane. So that was just shows you that this 40-year-old boxer has certainly got something left, and that was a cracking right hand.
Four months after Theophane lost his British title, Sam Eggington made his professional debut. Beat Leon Findlay in a Swansea nightclub, and it's been quite a journey ever since. There's nothing wrong with him chasing that dream either. To get that world ranking back and to get a shot, that's all that he wants.
Theophane throwing more shots here.
He's probably got more of a chance, actually, throwing punches at short and mid-range and dragging Eggington in. Here, look, so he's landing shots there. The problems he's going to have is if Eggington just decides just to lengthen the shot and just use the jab just to measure that gap and then throw that long right hand, that may cause him trouble.
Does look like he's breathing a little heavier, Theophane, this round. Not sure if that little burst has took his toe a little bit, or he got caught with a body shot beforehand.
The work to the body cumulatively has been excellent, hasn't it, from Eggington? And is just blowing a little bit, maybe, Theophane. Again, that dig to the body, and they are starting to take their toll.
Ladbroke sponsors Boxing on 5.
Here's some of that work. The right hand from Theophane, Richie.
Yeah, that was his best shot of the contest so far, Theophane. But again, it was another dominant round, I thought, for Eggington.
Seconds out, round 4.
Well, there was some aggression there from Theophane. And he comes out at the start of the fourth behind that jab. But how much does he have left here?
I thought in the last round as well, George, I don't know about you, but there was clear signs that the body shots were starting to take their toll on Theophane.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Richie. I think it looked like he was starting breathing heavier. Theophane. You know, I don't think he wants to work for the full 3 minutes. You know, he wants to slip and slide, make Eggington miss, and then maybe try and put a burst together the last minute or so of the round. But in the meantime, he's up against the ropes, and Eggington is finding a home for a lot of power shots.
He beat former world champion in his previous fight, Ashley Theophane Kasimuma, but at 41 years of age, and in a way that's the point, isn't it? Eggington has got miles on the clock, yes, but so much youth on his side.
Well, he's got youth and he's got size, Dave, hasn't he? You know, he's the naturally bigger man.
It does look like the strength and maybe even the punch power is a big factor in this fight. I mean, Theophane, even when he lands shots, they seem to be bouncing off Eggington at the moment.
Also that drive from Eggington, left hook there, ended a good combination there from Theophane. But every time that happens, Eggington just comes straight back at him.
Yeah, he seems to be targeting the body more and more now, Eggington. You can sense that Theophane maybe just weakening slightly. What I liked about Theophane's work earlier, 2 or 3 shots across his body, to Eggington's body rather. Then he finishes on the left hook to the head, which just catches Eggington. Just caught him out a little bit there.
There's a good shot there from Eggington. He's the left and got a good right hand there.
Yeah, terrific right hand from Sam Eggington. Theophane felt that. Tough man, Theophane, only Brona has stopped him. But he's on unsteady legs here, maybe, just starting to tire. Maybe Eggington senses that. Approaching the end of round 4, and Theophane has been on the back foot for the whole fight. Great work to the body from Eggington.
Got to get out of that corner, Theophane, get off those ropes. Got to move back into the corner. Bad place to be. Movement restricted. Eggington clearly on top.
To his massive credit, Theophane is throwing back and he's landing as well, but it's the size and the strength and the relentlessness of Eggington.
Ladbrokes sponsors Boxing on 5.
John Peck there with Sam Eggington. Here's that right hand that he landed.
That was a cracking shot, wasn't it, from Eggington? Theophane was a little slow with his punches, and gets caught with a terrific
Seconds
right
out,
hand.
round 5.
One of Ashley Theophane's forgotten performances. That split decision defeat against Danny Garcia 10 years ago, that was, in the Don Haskins Center in El Paso, where myself and Richie once spent a surreal afternoon watching Carl Frampton. Also the debut that afternoon of a fighter you told me at the time would be a world champion one day. Name of Josh Taylor. He's done all right since.
Yeah, he's not bad, is he? Very good indeed, Josh.
Back to the business here. Round 5, Sam Eggington, the taller, bigger man in the blue trunks, if you're just joining us here on Channel 5, against Ashley Theophane, a 40-year-old trying to roll back the years.
There, that jab again from Eggington, just measuring the distance and gap, and then switching downstairs, just teeing his opponent up, touching with that left hand. And George, you like it, an opponent who uses that approach just to touch him with that lead hand?
Yeah, so I would describe it as varying the power. So yeah, you're touching him with the left. There's nothing on the shot. You lure them into a position where they feel safe, and then you whip something hard and fast that follows. You almost want to switch the guy off in front of you. You want to mentally switch off.
Theophane has to hope that Eggington has burnt too bright in these early rounds. A little bit more success for him.
He's very efficient with his work, Eggington. He's not burning up energy. Like, even when you see Theophane moving off there, punch his way out of the corner, it looks like it's not that cost-effective work in terms of his energy.
Good right hand there from Eggington. It might have just hurt Theophane.
Yeah, that was a good shot. It was. You could see Theophane just clearly sort of sit back, didn't he? And again, just moving the head, trying to get out of the way. But that was a cracking punch there from Eggington. The shirt really starting to tell. Just the size difference of Eggington. It's so clear and evident.
Again, Theophane backed into a corner where he doesn't want to be. Another good right hand from Sam Eggington. Wants a statement win here, Eggington. Really feel the extent to which Theophane is feeling those body shots now.
Great body shots from Eggington. If you look, when he throws a right hook to the body, it lands behind the elbow, but the left hook always comes between the arms, through the middle, and that's a sickening shot to get hit, like in the underneath the ribs and then straight through the middle, maybe in the solar plexus. Tough shots to cope with.
Ladbroke sponsors Boxing on 5.
That's why you got to find the gap, because if you just give it the body, you touch the jab, you've got the chance of underneath, yeah? Very good. Hard jab there as well, Sam. Okay, there. All right, now, up the paint, boom. Might bring his hand down, yeah? And every now and then, just a smooth speed. No, like, pop. Every now and then.
Final words there for Sam Eggington, but they must be delighted in that corner with the way this is going, Richie.
Yeah, they will be. They'll be very pleased, but they know that they're in against a very experienced man, and so they know that Eggington's just got to keep it going and concentrate. The biggest problem for Eggington may be complacency. He's winning this, he's winning it quite comfortably. But here you're in against Ashley Theophane, who's fought for a world title, who's experienced, so you've got to get the job done and you've got to concentrate in a contest like this.
Yeah, worth reminding you that Theophane has 50 wins under his belt. Whatever happens in these final moments of his career, it will have been a fine career. All the work with Floyd Mayweather taught him plenty and also gave him some extraordinary memories as well. Now settling into a disturbing pattern for Theophane, this. Back in that same corner, trying to move himself out of it. Just trying to land something, trying to make a dent here in Eggington.
Yeah, which is very, very difficult. Eggington, if you watch the way he's boxing, he's strong coming forward, but his right hand's always very, very high, so it's difficult to actually catch him with the left hook. You know, he's got a good defence as Eggington. He's prepared to take a shot on the elbows, on the arms, to land a shot. He stands right in front of his opponent. See, there was an example there. Theophane trying to catch Eggington with the left hook. It gets blocked, and then Eggington comes back at him. He's got to move, Theophane. Very, very surprised that he hasn't opted for that. Just goes back into the corner.
Well, that all-action style of Eggington, slightly open style as well, does show a vulnerability. Sometimes we saw that against the man from Tanzania, Hassan Mwakinyo. But Theophane, that would have been his hope, but just hasn't been able to exploit anything here. The constant pressure from Eggington. Good right hand over the top there from Eggington.
You may have to try a few feints here, George. You think just to do something different, because Theophane's tucking up well, isn't he, to the body. He's blocking a lot of those body shots.
I don't think there's a lot come back from Theophane at all now. Yeah, you're gonna have to prize that guard open.
Yeah.
Again, Theophane backed into that corner. That landed all right, and Theophane down. Shot to the body from Eggington. And 40-year-old Ashley Theophane is dragging himself bravely to his feet. But John Latham has seen enough, and Eggington wins with a stoppage. It was relentless pressure. It was good punch picking as well. And in the end, the finish was devastatingly brutal to the body, George.
No, it was. I secretly thought it was going to be on the left. I thought it was going to be a slashing shot that was going to go right through the middle, and it was going to, them ones were really hurt and sting, but it wasn't. It was a clubbing right hook behind the elbow, and it just sucked all the life out of Ashley Theophane. You see it go in there, and you see the body just do that slight shudder when, you know, it's such an impact shot has landed, and he just couldn't recover from it.
I think the job was made easier for Sam Eggington tonight because of the lack of movement from Theophane, so it's a static target, and he just kept pounding away, hasn't he, downstairs. But overall the performance was good because he didn't just go wading in, he used his jab very well, he measured that gap and distance, closed the gap down, and then switched downstairs to the body, and eventually the bigger man came through, the more powerful man came through in Eggington. Yeah, it was a great shot indeed that did it, but I think it was an accumulation of many punches that eventually took their toll. Good performance overall, though.
Good respect between them. Theophane still wincing after that finishing shot, and it was that cumulative power to the body. We can make it official now with our MC, Paul Booth.
The official end of the contest falls at 2 minutes 58 seconds of round at number 6. Referee John Latham stops the contest. In his professional opinion, Ashley Theophane is in no position to continue. Your winner, the Savage, Sam Eggington.